Ray Delarosa.
What's your name? Bethany Dawes. My attorney had sent me. Just have a seat on the second row, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, how's it going?
Doing great.
All right, we're scheduled for jury trial.
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Yes.
On the DWI 007567, I had spoke with the district attorney. They had gotten the blood results on 2/29, and I need some time for my expert to review those.
Oh, that's fine. He has the other cases, the violation of protective order, assault family, and another assault family. So,
Okay.
all right.
The state announced ready on all those cases, correct?
I have no idea, but it's going. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On the DW, are we going on the DWI as well?
No.
Okay, get them. Okay.
Terrence Smith? All
We're
right,
not going on DW.
no.
Thank you very much, Ron.
And State, do you want to tender that TIC?
I would love to judge, but we are out of regular dismissal forms.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
So as soon as we get more, we will give it to the court.
All right, thank you. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 009256, State of Texas versus Ray Delarosa. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Defendant for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Attorney John Garcia first, defendant, Your Honor.
All right, does he only have one case?
Well, Judge, he has family violence cases too, and then he has one criminal trial division, DWI 30.
All right, so he's only pleading on the family violence, or is he pleading?
And I guess that's what I was coming up to see what was gonna go on with the.
Okay,
The DWI, Your Honor.
all
I
right,
was gonna ask for a couple of weeks on that because I just done the DPS discovery today.
okay. All right, so in this cause number, you're Mr. Ray Delarosa. State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, you are, Sue. We're sitting on count 2 of the indictment and we'll wait count 1.
Any objection?
That's our understanding, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand that the state is proceeding on count 2? And they're proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, marriage cohabitation? That is a class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment is anywhere from $4,000 fine up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand? Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2, the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, marriage cohabitation. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 26 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $500 fine, no applications. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and they say that this will satisfy the judgment. Then to the lesser included offense in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? All right, and what is going to happen with the other case? The 2024 CR 009261.
Those will be dismissed. I have those for you.
All right, thank you. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
It's on there.
All right, who is the complainant to you? What is your relationship with Hernandez? All right, so why are you doing this? Why did you end up hitting her? That's what I want to know. You want a jury trial?
No,
All right, is she still living with you?
no.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is gonna do. Court is gonna find you guilty as previously stated. The court is gonna sentence you to a $500 fine. Time and money to run to concurrent. 26 days in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Herlinda, HERLINDA, Robles, ROBLES. And no contact with Crystal, KIRYSTAL, Nicole Alcorta. And the court will show that the judgment is satisfied. All right, we can go off the record. Counsel, how much time do you need with regards to the DWI case?
I was thinking, if I could get like 3 weeks, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 3-week reset for discovery on his DWI case. All right, we'll be back on March 25th for discovery. So
Thank
once you
you.
sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you. Good seeing you. How's your
Good to see you.
sister?
Doing good. Everybody's good.
Oh, that's good.
Everybody's healthy.
Oh, that's all we can ask for, right?
Definitely.
All right, just have a seat, sir, and he'll give you the reset form.
Judge,
Hi, you're chewing like a cow in the field. Why are you chewing gum up here?
I'm sorry. Give me a spit out.
I'm chewing it loud.
here you go.
That's okay. Nobody, nobody knows unless somebody tells them.
Yes, ma'am.
So let me see here.
Judge, may I?
Mhm.
There was a status report for early dismissal and discharge
Mhm.
submitted back in November.
Mhm.
At that time, Mr. Smith had not been on probation for 5 years yet.
Mhm.
And so you said to reapply at the 5-year term.
Mhm.
ADA Garahan also opposed the application at that time. He opposed it again.
Mhm.
After speaking with him, he indicates he's opposing it
Based
because
upon
of the,
offense.
yes, based on the offense. So we did resubmit last month
Mhm.
and it was denied again, but I spoke with you, Judge,
Mhm.
and kind of gave you the background on Mr. Smith. And you said to bring him in and you would like to speak with him.
All right, when you drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
I'll pass.
All right, so I want a UA today. He can go to felony drug court, see if they can give him a UA today. And then before we leave here, before he leaves here today, because there are Facebook posts that were in the stipulations. What does your Facebook look like now?
I don't post anything on Facebook now.
All right, let's let them see if you have no objection. Let them see your Facebook page and let's see what's in it in the last time you posted.
That's fine.
All right, so we're gonna do that, do a UA, and then if all comes back clear, you're gonna tell me your story about how you changed and I'll make a decision on terminating you early.
Yes, yes,
And
ma'am.
thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
all right. All right, so I see your smile. So everything went well?
Yes, Judge, Mr. Smith's UA was negative.
Hmm.
ADA Garahan went through his Facebook, no concerns.
Okay. So tell me about yourself. What have you been doing? What are your plans?
Actually, I have a letter. Can I read it?
Mhm.
Dear Honorable Judge
All
Boyd.
right, everyone, please whisper. Okay.
Dear Honorable Judge Boyd, thank you for the opportunity to be on probation instead of time in prison. Over the course of being on probation for the last 5 years, I have learned to better my life and build a career for myself in the automotive industry. Through probation, I have learned self-control, discipline, and patience. I took things for granted and I made bad mistakes that hurt people. And I ask for your forgiveness and the forgiveness of those people. My time in the Bexar County Jail changed my life. The Lord saved me from death by putting me in the jail. That is what I believe. Through jail, I became connected with Cornerstone Church, which was the stepping stone into my faith today. The Lord motivated me to better my life. I went back to school and graduated from St. Philip's College with an associate degree of applied science in automotive technology in May of 2024. Since the beginning of school, I've worked at multiple automotive shops to gain experience and certifications. I currently work at Freedom Chevrolet, and I've been there since January of 2024. I have learned to live on my own pay rent and utilities. I plan to go further with a relationship with God and Jesus. I have goals and dreams set for my life. I want to use my gift of working on cars to help people who need it. And I ask you humbly consider my request for early termination so that I may move past this part of my life and show my family that I have successfully changed and completed my term of probation. Thank you, Honorable Judge Boyd, for your time and listening to me. I give God all the glory for the change in my life, and I give Jesus all the credit for being where I am today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad you were able to turn your life around. And what I can tell you is normally, I mean, I'll do early termination, but you have to show me something. You have to show me that you've changed and that you won't be back here
Yes,
for anything and that you're going to be a law-abiding citizen.
yes, sir.
All right, probation, what has he completed?
Judge, I like to point out that he had no prior criminal history. He has maintained full-time employment as well as completing with his associate's degree. His field visits were completed. There were no issues during those field visits. There was an 11 p.m. curfew implemented upon being granted probation. He completed that with no issues. 200 community service hours were also completed. He's met all of his financial obligations, all of his UAs, with the exception of a couple of diluteds back in 2022. But all of his UAs have been negative, Judge.
And he was negative today.
He was negative today, Judge. We just think at this time, he is a good candidate for early termination.
All right. And there's no restitution, correct?
No, Judge.
All right. Well, congratulations. Here's the thing, don't go out celebrating everything that you needed, the discipline you needed to successfully complete this probation. You're still going to need that discipline in real life, because let me just tell you, you're not going to have a probation officer looking over your shoulder where you're saying, oh, if I do this, I'm going to get in trouble with probation. You're going to have to do that on your own. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
But what I can tell you, if there are any obstacles that come up in your way and you need some advice, if I'm here, you can still come back here and ask me, okay?
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, your probation is terminated. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. I appreciate it. And I want to say one thing, if I
Sure.
can, before I go. When I first was here, I don't know if you remember, it was in 2020. I sat in those seats over there, and it feels good today having my freedom and not having to go back to the Bexar County Jail or back to prison or in prison. And I thank you for giving me that chance of being out to see my family and to show my family that I can change. And when I was here, I told you at that time that I gave my life to God. And you had told me at that time, when I first got probation, that a lot of people, when they get out of the jail, they say they believe in God and they follow religion, but then they go right back. I wanted to prove everyone that thought that wrong. And I wanted to prove the people that thought I was going to go back to jail wrong. And so thank you.
All right, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Do well.
All right, I
All
will.
right. You're welcome. Rosendo Hernandez. All right, if you come forward, court is calling 2025 CR 000631, State versus Rosendo Hernandez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
For defendant.
And are you Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications?
No, Judge.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a $0 fine, 154 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, sir.
Then to the charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments or review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we're asking that you follow the plea bargain.
All right, anything you wish to say, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're gonna have to change your ways.
No.
Otherwise, you're gonna be that person who's found, in a field somewhere, okay?
Yeah, no.
All right, the court is gonna follow your agreement, sentence you to 154 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244, give you credit for any time served. All right, we can go off the record. Obviously, you have a drug problem. When you are released from the Bear County Jail, there are plenty of places you can go to that can help you maintain sobriety. If you can't find any place and I'm still here, you can come back here and I will pick up the phone and call and help you get into a placement, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
Judge, is that Jay Set?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, he's got 154 days in.
All right, if that's the case, then it will be judgment satisfied.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Angus Talbott. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Who's here for Angus Talbott?
Scott McCrum, Judge.
All righty. Good morning. How are you doing today?
The matter.
You know what? Then that means there are better days ahead, hopefully. All right, so today's your plea deadline date.
We've talked considerably and did not reach an agreement.
All right. How long do y'all expect a jury trial to last in this case?
I think total of 4 days, maybe.
Yeah, Judge, there's codependent, so, I'd imagine at least 4 days.
So if y'all would confer with Ms. Ferguson on a jury trial date and then come back here and let me know what when your jury trial date is.
Very good.
All right, and could you all make sure that you sign an acknowledgement of discovery?
Yes.
All right, so have a seat in the box. And if y'all confer with Ms. Ferguson, then let me know what the jury
thank
trial
you.
date is.
If
And
you don't
Jason-
recognize the signature on that first order for funds, that's when Judge Angelini was sitting.
Okay. And state, I do show where discovery has been signed, but if there's been some
There's some additional
updates.
that I just gave them these labs today, so
All
and
right.
those came out in January, so whatever is on the system, or it probably is old and we need to redo one.
All right. So if y'all would do that,
Just-
Scott, what I think should happen is you're 10 days in Italy. You
Mhm.
should probably transfer it to me and then I'll have somebody else come here and try it, or either Jason, I can do it by Zoom.
I might have to, Judge. I don't know if I'm gonna ever.
I could do it by Zoom as I eat my gelato.
All right.
All right, when?
August 5th.
5th, Judge.
All right, Mr. Talbot, come down, please. All right, both the state and the defense have agreed for a jury trial date of August 5th. That's the earliest I can get you in for jury trial because we have other cases that are ahead of yours. Do you have any objection to that date?
No.
All right, so we're going to be back in August 5th. And counsel, I've signed your motions, but you'll need to make sure you get a copy because one of them I know is sealed. So,
Well, I'm not worried about that.
okay,
That the investigator put that on there, but
okay.
so I'll just go ahead and get copies myself,
right,
if that's
thank
all
you.
right. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And if more is needed, just let me know.
Thank you.
It's hard. And you know what else? People always say when you're decluttering,
Mhm.
it can't make it into your house because if it
Oh, that
does,
stays.
Yeah.
Oh, I've learned that lesson.
oh yeah.
Numerous times.
But I will tell you, my mom came down one time to visit me. And when she came down, she was shocked. She's like, why is there a junk drawer in this kitchen? She's like, we don't do junk drawers. And so people are shocked that I don't have a junk drawer.
Oh, yeah.
And so my friend
I think
Beverly
that's
said,
it.
yeah, my friend Beverly said that every time she looks at it, she's like, yeah, Stephanie's mom says no junk drawer. All right, could I see Eric? Anthony Eduardo Marino Alvarado? Hello.
Your Honor.
Good afternoon, how you doing?
Been great, thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. So your attorney is not here.
Thank you.
He's asking for your case to be recalled for tomorrow.
Está pidiendo que su caso sea a menudo para mañana. Okay.
And have you had contact with your attorney?
¿Usted ha tenido comunicación con su abogado? No. Just
Ever
return
had
my
contact?
calls.
Have you ever had contact with your attorney?
No.
All right, then just have a seat. We're gonna have someone come speak with you.
Hay que venir con usted. Siéntese.
All right, thank you so much.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Norma, make sure that so Deputy Laura, he's racing to try and save his family. And I'm like,
He's racing?
you know, he's on horseback
Oh.
and he's trying to get there in time.
Ah,
Make it. I'm like,
like Ben-Hur racing or like Paul Revere racing?
I would say it's more like Lord of the Rings
Lord of the Rings
racing. You remember when she was trying to save the Hobbit?
Okay.
Although he's not an elf. Let's say that there's a fire outside of Myrtle Beach. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 8184, 2025 CR 008, I'm sorry, 002664W, 2025 002663W, State versus Rodney Patterson Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Quick opinion for the state of Texas.
Andrew K. Hicks for the defense.
And are you Rodney Patterson?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand in each of those cases, you have a right to have a grand jury hear the evidence in the case and make the decision to indict or hold you over for trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that your attorney has certain rights? Namely, he has the right to have the passage of 2 entire days after he's presented with the information and 10 days to prepare for trial. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
And cause number ending in 84, you're charged with the offense of evading arrest, detention with a vehicle. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. And the cause number ending in 64W, you're charged with assault family household member with a previous conviction. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. And the cause number ending in 63W, you're charged with the offense of violation of a protective order, assault stalking. And that's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In each of the cause numbers, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to your plea bargain agreement, in each cause number, your punishment is be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison. There are no applications for probation in either cause number. The cause numbers are to run concurrently. The state will take in consideration County Court Cause Number 679179, AL 2110534, 2024 PF 29005, 2024 PF 29004. And in the case numbers ending in W, there's an affirmative finding of family violence and there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea bargain agreements in each of these cause numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement in each cause number?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement? Then in cause number 2023 CR 8184, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And cause number 2025 CR 002664W, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And cause number 2025 CR 002663W, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. On each cause number, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty in each cause number. All right, counsel, if we do a PSI, it will be about 8 weeks, or if you want, if there are witnesses you would like to have here on his behalf, what we can do is I can reset it without a PSI I'll ask the state to give me any type of criminal history, and then you can call whatever witnesses you wish to call. Or it will be 8 weeks.
Okay, well, so when would we have the, when would we have this hearing, Judge?
How much time would you be asking for?
Would you mind if I just confer with my client, just
Sure.
right over here really quickly?
Sure, no problem.
Judge, after conferring with my client, may we go ahead and proceed with sentencing today?
All right, do you wish to waive PSI?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then we'll proceed with sentencing today. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. So, yeah, there was a laundry list, as I'm sure you saw in front of you, of charges. All of these stem with essentially one complaining witness of the ex-girlfriend of Mr. Patterson. Mr. Patterson dated Ms. Nelson, the complaining witness in this matter, for 4 years. He loved her very, very much. They didn't have any kids together, but he does have kids from a prior marriage. His kids are 5 and 7. Now, obviously, this has been dragging on for about 2 years. The first incident occurred in 2022. The latest occurred in December of 2024. So this has already caused my client 2 years. It's been something that he regrets. It is something that he understands what's happened. And I think he's kind of learned his lesson on this. I mean, not every relationship is worth trying to save, especially to the extent that he went. So he's going to definitely have some time. If the court ends up following the cap of 8 years, he'll have a lot of time to think about it. But we put before the court a little bit of, we'd ask for a little leniency on this. Mr. Patterson would ask for 4 years on this matter. Even with 4 years, it's going to give him a lot of time to reflect, a lot of time to reconsider. Something the court should probably also take into consideration. If his kids are 5 and 7 years old, they are 5 and 7.
Yes.
Okay, 5 and 7. He would like to be able to still at least try to get back into their lives in some manner or form while they are still children before they become teenagers. He also works in quarries, works with heavy machinery, very physically demanding job. As such, he's 35 years old. I can tell you, someone who's going to be turning 50 here in just a couple of years myself, my body's going shot. He's only got the clock's ticking on his ability to be able to put in hard labor, get himself possibly a pension or a retirement. So, Judge, again, we would just ask the court 4 years. It would definitely be, justice would definitely be served here. And I think that he's ready to move on and put everything past his life while he gets everything together and his thoughts together in TVCJ.
All right, state.
I want to point out to the court that the defendant's criminal history, he had prior charges and 2 convictions for criminal trespass in 2007, an assault on an injury married case in 2010, a order case from 2022 involving the same victim that's involved in all 7 of these cases, Your Honor, and injured elderly charge switched on in 2011. And given the nature of all of these violent crimes, Your Honor, all of the same victims spanning almost 3 years that she's been traumatized by this defendant, they would ask that Your Honor sentence him to the full 8 years.
All right, anything you wish to say?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may proceed.
I would just like the opportunity to try and get these 4 years if possible, to get out there to my kids. I am active in their life. I do pay child support, and they want me home as soon as possible. And I understand the nature of the crimes, and I do take full responsibility for them. I can't take back the pain that I've caused. I can only learn and move forward and rebuild myself. And I just want to be out there with my kids as soon as possible. Be the father that I know that I can be for them.
All right, so explain to me, what do you don't understand when somebody doesn't want you anymore? Because it appears that she doesn't want you anymore, and you were not getting that message.
Correct.
So why not? You're not a child. You're not a teenager. You're in your 30s. So what don't you understand when somebody doesn't want you anymore?
It's a hard lesson I should have learned.
No, I mean, I understand it's a hard lesson, and maybe you'll learn it, maybe you won't. But I'm trying to figure out, why did it take you coming here for you to learn or say that you're going to learn? Your children that you have, Boys, girls?
My 5-year-old's a girl, my 7-year-old's a girl.
All right, so how would you feel if your girl got involved with somebody? And then she's like, this is not working out. And it appears that you may have been violent. At least that's what these are. These are violent offenses. And she doesn't have any children with this person, right? And they don't have any property together. They're not tied together other than he won't leave her alone. How would you feel about that?
I'd be upset.
Yeah, and that's what you were doing.
Yes, ma'am.
The complainant in this case is just like, I'm done. There's no going back. I don't want to be with you. And instead of you taking care of your children, you continue to harass her. So when you're telling me that you just want to get out and take care of your children, that's what you should have been doing instead of harassing this lady. So my question for you is, when you were harassing her, what time of the day did this occur?
It's usually when I get out of work.
All right, so instead of you getting off of work and going to see your children and be with your children that you say you care a lot for, you're just harassing her. And then running for the police after you're harassing her. Do you know how terrifying that would have been for her to see you popping up when she knows the relationship is over? She's already told you it's over, and you're just harassing her. And now you're asking me for mercy, which I'm fine with people asking me for mercy. Did she ask you for mercy? Did she say, would you please just leave me alone? And you didn't pay any attention to that. Were you one of those people who, hey, if I can't have you, nobody else can? Or I'm going to make you love me? Is that who you were? I mean, that's either yes or no. If you think you were that person, then yes. If you don't think you're that person who were harassing somebody and wouldn't leave them alone, then
Yes, ma'am.
that's who you are. So who were you? And if you don't think you're that person, that's fine.
Who was that person?
Counsel. So why wouldn't you leave her alone? You don't have any children, so it's not the matter that, oh, I'm harassing her because I want to take care of my children. So children are off the table. Did you all have any property together?
Car and house.
Oh, is that in your name?
No, the car. Yeah, it's in both of our names.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure she said, here, take the car, just leave me alone. And you're like, no, I don't want to leave you alone. I want to be with you, and I'm not going to let you go.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I can tell you what's going to happen. I'm sympathetic to your plight, but for whatever time they make you do at the prison, that's when she'll have her peace and quiet from you. Don't write her. Don't call her. She don't want you anymore. You understand? And anytime you think that you want to call her and harass her, think about this, that somebody could end up doing the same thing for your daughter. And I know you don't want that. All right, so, and cause number 2025 CR 002-663W. Court is finding you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. This will run concurrent with DC 2023 CR 8184, 2025 CR 002-664W. Take in consideration County Court Cause number 6791179. AL 2110534, 2024 PF 29005, 2024 PF 29004. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with Lisa Nelson. And the cause number 2023 CR 8184, the court is finding you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2024. Is this correct? That's in this. I don't think this paperwork is correct. Just one second. All right, this says concurrent with 2024 PF 29003.
Your Honor, I believe that's going to be the cause numbers that were listed in Odyssey before the waiver numbers came.
All right, and then AL 216024. All right. And then in cause number 2025 CR 002-664W, the court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of family violence. This is be concurrent with DC 223, CR 8184, 225, CR 002663W, taking consideration County Court Cause Number 679179, AL 2110534, 2024 PF 29005, 2024 PF 29004, and there's to be no contact with Lisa Nelson. All right, we can go off the record. When you go to prison, you need to start thinking about how you got there. And how you got there is not Lisa's fault, it's yours.
Yes, ma'am.
These are all your actions. All you had to do was say, you know what, my heart may be breaking. I'm not gonna cry. If you don't want to cry, or if you don't want to cry in public, you just go to your house and cry. But you don't start stalking people and following them around. That's the number one way to make people truly not love you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, Judge. Just as a quick housekeeping matter, I know we're not on the record there, but he said credit for all time served. He did about 30 days in Burnett County, which is where he got picked up on this one. So,
Just make sure that the clerks have the proper time and they'll put it in.
okay, sounds great, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
And do y'all have your, the cases that were taken in consideration? If you want to make sure you have those, counsel.
Okay, sounds good, Judge. Thank you. May we have a seat?
Yes.
Thanks.